Hello! We wanted to make a little intro video for this, or like intro for this, where we show you the cats. Because it's kind of funny to see the different sizes of the cats, but they are not very cooperative, to put it the least. But this is Noah. He is probably on the upper end of average. And this is Coco, who is tiny.
Coco baby.
Like super tiny, as you can see. They are starting to get a little bit along. No, Noah! He's the worst. Alright, I think this is probably gonna be the end of this. So, hello, we're playing Phantom Assassin. We're going into the mid lane. That is the plan. Okay, you can go now. Thank you. That did kind of work, but not really. That kind of worked, but not really. Oh, that's also the wrong... I still don't know why I still have that scene, man. I really don't know. Anyway. So, yes, this is gonna be a replay commentary of me playing Phantom Assassin, a game we played last night. It was what I thought was a pretty good game. And so I thought we might do a replay commentary on it, right? Like, that's what I want to do here. But also... wanted to show off the cats. So the community thing about that is that means I have a game going on while I don't actually need to do anything. So we're playing Phantom Assassin. We're going mid against Ember Spirit. I knew that going into the draft. Like I knew that we're going up against Ember Spirit mid, and that was gonna make this entire situation quite difficult, right? it's an interesting situation, but I also kind of like saw the Ember Spirit didn't have a poor man's shield. So since the Ember Spirit doesn't have a poor man's shield, and I have a poor man's shield, I can just kill him. And so I get first blood. And that's just it. That's all you gotta do. You just gotta fucking kill him. Anyway. So, quick about the cats, right? They are starting to get along a little bit. They're still freaking out, but you can see we just had them really close to each other, and they didn't try to stab each other. In fact, Coco, the smaller one, is really quite okay with Noah at this stage. Like, she likes to kind of stalk him and pretend to attack him, but not actually fully commit to attacking him. Because I think she still realizes that he isn't that fond of her yet. So, she doesn't want to risk anything. But yeah, anyway, that's kind of the situation there. Noah looks huge compared to her, but Noah is not that big of a cat. Like, he's bigger than average. No, I don't know. I wouldn't even say he's bigger than average. He's like on the upper end of average, right? Like if somebody says like, what is the average weight of a person? Oh, it's like 60 to 80 kilograms. Like that, Noah would be 80. You know what I mean? That's where I'm getting at. Anyway, going up against Ember Spirit, since we all had that early first blood, I went and grabbed myself boots right away. The boots allow me to just get away whenever he does anything nasty. Then I go and grab myself the what's it called? Dude, I forgot the name of it. Blightstone. There we go. Yeah, I got myself the Blightstone. The Blightstone just makes it so I can I do a lot more damage right here. Ember Spirit has like no armor. Seriously, there you go. It doesn't have a lot of armor. In fact, we can just check really quick. You can see he's got 2 armor. Blightstone reduces armor by 2, so it puts him at 0. That's actually a pretty significant amount. Oh, Noah's sitting right next to me, so I can show you Noah again. Again, he's not that big. He's also very unhappy about this. Right? He's not that big of a cat. He's a pretty average-sized cat. Just, you know, a kitten ends up being really tiny. What a surprise. What a surprise. Anyhow. So, where were we? Alright, we're playing Phantom Assassin here. I am trying to trade hits with this guy as much as I can. Simply because it's something I win, right? Like, I don't win a lot right here, but I do win trading hits. I don't win this, right? Like, whatever this is. This whole being chased down while he has the flame god going on, that's not really in my favor. Just because he does more damage than me while that's happening. What is in my favor though is my ability to deal physical damage and his inability to do so. Right, so I'm spamming the dagger a lot, I'm using every opportunity I get to jump in on him and, you know, retreat away again. Go ahead and throw the dagger, since that does actually quite a bit of damage here. And I am also getting a lot of regen from the courier. And I'm not going bottle. So the thing is, I didn't go bottle this game because my inventory... I was also... Let me actually go ahead and step back a second. Let's look at their team, right? And what I mean with that, let's look at the entire fucking team. What do they have? They have a lot of magic damage. And not only do they have a lot of magic damage, but they got a lot of disable. Right? They got a lot of stuff that's just gonna be a big problem for me if I don't have BKB. They are also quite susceptible to Desolator, but again, they have lots of magic. Now, the good side is BKB blocks all of it. The bad side is, until I have BKB, I can't fight. So, my thinking this game was, well, I'm gonna have to get an early BKB, but then I still need something to fight before that. Now, I can't go Desolator. If I rush Desolator, I'm just not gonna be in a spot where I can actually fight, because I'll deal damage, but I go into a fight and I just fucking die. Right? Like, I just get popped. So, what I wanted to do instead, and this is my, this is kind of like what's going on here. What I am attempting to do instead is I'm gonna go Vladimir's into BKB into Desolator. And I think that actually makes a lot of sense here, right? Like, it just comes down to, okay, they simply said have too much magic for me to deal with unless I have BKB. And Vladimir's will allow me to be ready for fighting early on. And then Desolator, once I get to Desolator, I'm pretty confident we win. Right? Oh, he goes in right there, uses all of his remnants. That's kind of a little bit annoying. That by the way, was actually a kind of a really annoying misclick. I accidentally clicked on a creep. And that, I didn't like that one. I actually was very unhappy about that one, because I'm just like, damn it. You know, like, if I had gotten that dagger on him and the dagger had crit, there's a good chance I get that kill. But, of course, the dagger didn't end up critting, but, you know, what if, right? Like, I don't know, it's actually, like, an interesting mentality. So, dude, let's go fucking deep for a second, okay? Oh, by the way, we get a crit, we go in. I go ahead and stab him a few times. Turns out he's got magic wand. I still know I can get the kill. I'm not sure if I can survive. So I'm just running. Honestly, at this point, it just comes down to, like, getting lucky with poor man's shield and our evasion. I didn't get lucky with both, of course. I mean, that would have been too easy. Again, if I had gotten just, like, some poor man's shield triggers or a little bit of evasion, I would have been fine, but I didn't. And so I died. That's okay though, because even if I die, like, even if you tell me before that encounter right there, if you go for it, you die, I'm still gonna take that trade. That trade is fine for me. We would just want to delay. My priority, like, honestly, if I shut down this Ember Spirit early on, and I'm level 8, he's level 6, right, then I win. Because then that means we can stall the game, take it into the late game, and in the late game, I'm just so much more powerful than them. Anyway, I jump in on that Crystal Main. We've got our Dragonite incoming, who is, by the way, missing all of his textures. Oh, not textures, all of his, like, items. But it's the same thing in the game. I'm actually really surprised he's still missing them. Like, funnily enough, that same bug was going on in the middle of the game, and he was missing textures. That's weird that that is still going on, even though this is a replay. Nah, that was crazy. Alright, anyway. But, where was it going with this? Oh yeah, let's go deep for a second. That's where I was going with it. Alright, so, like, something my mom told me one time was, like, she's glad that she had me and my sister when she was so young, because that way we got to meet our father before he died. Right? Like, my father died when I was 13. So, you know, in her mind, that means that, like, she thinks that the entire world would have played out the exact same way if she would have made different decisions at different times. Or, like, the same decisions at a different time, right? So instead of, you know, having kids when she was young, she would have had kids when she's a little bit older. Everything still would have played out the exact same way, with the only difference being that then me and my sister get to meet our father for less time, right? But I think differently. I feel like if you change a single thing, you change everything. Right? So, like, you know, like, one mentality to say in regards to the dagger is you throw that dagger, didn't crit. Okay, if I throw the dagger at him, well, it's still the same dagger, it's still not gonna crit. But I think if I throw that dagger at him, entirely new probability. Right? Like, entirely new probability. Like, there's, like, could have crit. Could have crit. We don't know. We don't know. Alright, no way to fucking know. But I think that's an entirely new set of probability right there. Anyway. I mean, this is all nonsense, of course. Right? Like, is there any way to prove this? No, it's just, like, how you think. But it's just kind of like an interesting thought, I think. Anyway. So, as I mentioned earlier, I don't really have space in my inventory for a bottle. As you can see, my inventory is already super fucking full. And it will stay that way for the entire game. I want to get the Vladimirs, and that just kind of has like a whole bunch of smaller shit that you want to build up with. Honestly, if I go bottle this game, I don't think it's very good. I just don't think it would have helped very much. And I ended up winning my mid lane anyway, right? Quite significantly, I would argue. Time to push a little bit. We are actually not gonna push. Never mind, we're going down to fight because there's a fight happening there. Already lost the Earthshaker. I'm coming in. I've got my dagger ready. You know, wanna fuck something up? Oh yeah, I actually remember this one. All right, there is the Crystal Main. I dive forward. There's the Batrider. Oh wait, guys. That is an awkward moment to pause. But it gives us all the time in the world to check. And I'm like, oh shit. Okay, wait. Yes. She doesn't have Frostbite. Doesn't have Frostbite. We're good. We should be able to get this kill. Was this a good idea to go in? Probably not. But in the end, it was one of those situations where I didn't know if she had Frostbite, but I just assumed she didn't. Right? It made sense to me that she wouldn't have it. And so I leave. The Batrider ends up dying. There is the Luna, who's also missing her fucking skins, man. The same thing as last night. Is it like built into the replay that you miss your skins? So what's going on there? Anyway. Yeah, it ends up being the case. It's just best for us to retreat here. Like, I would have liked to keep fighting, but honestly, we get too low. But then my team kind of goes back in again, and I'm like, ah, shit, alright, let's go back in. I throw down a dagger. I can't really blink in on this. I really should not. But it keeps going on, and there's the Batrider now. I throw another dagger. I get a good crit. But again, it's just not a good idea to keep going in. I'm just sticking around to make sure my team doesn't do anything dumb. So I go ahead and get myself a few more creeps, and then I finally retreat. In the meantime, Embersburg got the mid tower, but there wasn't really anything I could do. Alright, there wasn't really anything I could do there. That's just unfortunate, but that's how it works. You know, like that's just how it's gonna play out here. Still, as I was saying though, actually I have some people asking in chat about early Vladimirs. So the thing about Vladimirs, right? It gives your team a lot of early game fighting power because its stats are just really nice. They're just really good stats that it gives to you and your team and all of that. But another important thing, that's really the main reason why I'm going for that early Vladimirs. You can see I'm needed a lot. I'm running around to fight a lot. I'm running around to farm at the same time. And if you're doing that kind of thing, if you're forced in a spot where you have to be active in both farming and fighting, which I have to be active in farming, of course, because I'm playing a Phantom Assassin, then it is generally a good idea to have some sort of tool to recover your HP and mana. And that's what the Vladimirs also brings to the table, right? It is that lifesteal, that mana regeneration that really helps me just stay ready to fight. I will not be forced to choose between fighting or farming. Instead, I can just say, alright, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I am always ready to fight, even if I just came from taking down an ancient camp or something like that. So that's kind of the thinking there. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and clear out these creeps. There's a tower here in the mid that I wanna finish off in just a second. It's actually gonna be a little bit of a funny encounter, but an important thing to keep in mind is I see a lot of heroes at the bottom lane, right? Like I see like 3 heroes at the bottom lane. I'm not really worried about, you know, anybody else being here. I see a Whale of Discord and I'm like, okay, well that means Ember is here. Okay, that scares me a little bit. Tower is starting to drop low, so for the time being, I'm just gonna like leave, right? But the tower is still dropping dangerously though, and I'm unhappy about that because I want to get that tower kill. And if it is in deny range, we kind of have a problem. So, alright, that's fine. We're just gonna be farming up a little bit more. And this, by the way, I'm going straight BKB, right? Like, against a team like this, we need it. The cool thing, though, against a team like this as well, is not only do we need a straight BKB, we don't really need much else to do damage. Like, we will not go around one-shotting things or anything like that. We're not gonna be a super scary Phantom Assassin if we go straight BKB, of course not. But we're gonna be powerful enough to matter, right? Like, we'll be in a spot where, yeah, hell yeah, we can do some damage. Totally can do some damage. Not crazy amount, but a little bit. A little bit. And then once we get the Desolator, then we'll do crazy damage. Alright, like, at that point, we'll absolutely just murder things, because they have no armor, and they are not in a spot to fight us. Right, they are not strong enough for that. Anyway. Throw down that dagger. So, creep wave in the mid again. We're gonna go ahead and clear that out. I've talked about this in an anti-mage video recently, right? But always move while farming, and always farm while moving, right? That kind of farming rotation is really important to keep in mind. I should have a TP. I should have a TP scroll right here. Honestly, the reason why I don't is the courier is like almost always in use. The only times I can't find, or the only times I can actually use the courier. I don't know. I just had something bigger in mind. Anyway, there's a big creep wave coming in, and I want this tower. So I see Luna coming in, Ember Spirit coming in. Ah, man. Alright, I see the Luna go though. I'm like, okay, well, Ember Spirit is just gonna start denying this. Alright, let me see if I can surprise him. I kind of hope the Luna would just leave. I go in, I get the tower. That shit. There's Ember. Not Ember. There's Bounty Hunter as well. I run. I'm fast. Oh no, Luna! Run! Ah, it's not enough though. They've got the track on me, so I'm just like gonna turn around and get a hit in. That was just kind of... not that great. Not great, right? Not that great. I would have liked to survive. However, at the same time, I think getting that tower kill is pretty important. We're actually behind right here, as you can see, right? They have a 7-kill lead. We are 4,000 gold behind. We're actually not looking that great. I'm pretty confident that we can still win this, because I have a plan in mind. And this is something I can really give you as like a big piece of advice. If you're gonna go into a game of Dota, have a plan in mind. It helps so much, right? And it doesn't have to be a detailed plan. It doesn't have to be, I'll be moving into this bottom area at that time, and then we're gonna go ahead and get a tower push into the Roshan sneak. No. So just think about, okay, well, how do we win this? Alright, I think getting the BKB online is gonna be the big part here, so we're gonna go ahead and get the BKB. And you can see right here exactly why I think that BKB is so important. Such massive damage output in just a fucking heartbeat. I couldn't do anything. I'm really strong. Alright, I have 1550 HP. I have my Vladimirs. I got some good stats. Like, I'm really in a position where you would expect me to be able to fight. But it's just not doable. Now I see a Crystal Maiden there, and it's just like, wait, okay, that should be free, right? And I just wait to let her blow her load, you know, make sure that she doesn't hit me with her spells, because I am pretty low. But I'm just gonna go ahead and get in, take down the Crystal Maiden super quick. And hey, we're looking pretty solid. We're looking pretty solid. In the sense of I myself. We as a team, not so much, because their lead is actually starting to extend. At the same time, hey, we're almost at the BKB. And again, think about that last fight, right? And this is also something you always need to do. You go into a fight, and you either win or you lose, it doesn't matter. After the fight, think about what happened, and then, like, how do we make this better for us, right? Like, if you died in that, okay, what killed me? Right? What was the problem? Were you able to attack something in that fight? Yes? Great. Why? No? Not so great. Why? Of course, it's more important to kind of do that sort of, like, introspective when you are behind. But, yeah, generally a good idea to do it anyway. Go ahead and get myself some TPs, finally. I've been waiting for that stuff for quite a while now. We're just gonna go ahead and farm these ancients and just continue grinding up, right? Like, they are pushing at the bottom. So haste rune here. I honestly didn't want to give it to the Ember Spirit, so I took a risk going down here. This is definitely a little bit scary, but not too much, right? It's manageable. So I just go ahead and pick that up. grab myself a few more creeps in the mid lane, and then we're just gonna keep rotating around the map, right? Like, that's just the plan. Gotta get that farm. Gotta get that farm. That's the strategy. Anyway, we're like 19 to 20 minutes into the video. If you guys enjoyed it so far, then please don't forget to leave a rating on the video. We'll definitely appreciate that. I mean, if you don't leave a rating on the video after that intro, then I don't know what's wrong with you, frankly. Right? Like, what is wrong with you? I mean, that was quality entertainment, my friends. Quality, I tell you. The fight up there, see the Ember Spirit kind of going in, so I'm just like making sure that in case this somehow ends up going sour, I'm available. But he ends up going down before, you know, anything else happens. And just go ahead and finish off the creeps. Yup. Right now it's BKB farming time. Don't know what else to tell you. That's what's going on right now. You know, you look at your clock or your watch and you're like, yeah, it's BKB farming time. So we're gonna head down into the jungle and just continue farming. I see there's a big creep wave at the bottom. My strategy is gonna be taking down this camp really quick, and then we'll rotate into that bottom lane. Take down those as well. Yeah, by the way, I actually go ahead and like stop talking about the game for a second. I've been playing some StarCraft, and by that I mean like both StarCraft 2 and StarCraft 1. I've just been like, you know, I've been, I don't know, interested in the single player campaign. There's a reason for it. I can't really tell you yet, but there's a reason for it. I've been quite interested in the single player campaign, and I don't know how much I like it. Like, the thing is, it just seems really forced at times, and that's something I don't really enjoy. Like, for example, there was this one mission where I had to just hold out against a bunch of circlings. Right, like the mission's goal was to survive for 12 minutes. And I got bored, so I went out and I killed all of the circlings. Alright, and I like destroyed all of their bases. And I think I should get a reward for that, right? Like, I feel like, oh shit, well, I guess you killed all of them. Here you go, have a little bit of different dialogue. And you win. Right, to me that should count. But then, like, I kill all of their bases, and then the ending cutscene is my base being overrun. And I'm just like, what the fuck? That's not what happened at all. This is stupid. Stupid, I say. Alright, there's a fight there. Crystal Maiden ultimate being dropped. I jump in. Wait with the BKB a little bit, you know, until I actually am in danger. See the Ember Spirit? I want to kill that Ember Spirit, but I'm just not getting any crits, man, and then he remnants away. So I'm forced to go in on somebody else. My BKB runs out, though, and this is a bad spot to be in. So I run, get shackled up. I know I'm not gonna survive this if I just run. That won't work, so I go in and I hope to crit down that Ember Spirit. Make sure he doesn't get strong before, you know, or like doesn't get to do any sort of killing anymore. But man, this is the problem, right? Like, even with BKB, it just runs out. A full duration BKB just runs out, and then you get shut down. But there we go, we got the Dragon Knight incoming. Dragon Knight has had enough of this as well, except he won't be able to do all that much. He's actually taking a lot of burn damage. And then they come in with the Shuriken. Bounty Hunter just sacrifices himself for the greater good, but well, Dragon Knight ends up dying in the end. At this point we need damage. Right, and I think that's really clear. We were able to survive for quite a while. We did quite a bit. But we just weren't able to actually finish killing anything. It just wasn't enough, man. Like, we were just a tiny bit off. Tiny bit off. Man, it's a little bit frustrating like that. But yeah, I've been playing StarCraft just to kind of like learn about it, I suppose. Go ahead and sell my stuff now. Stop working on our Desolator. Hey, that's a strategy. They are ahead by a lot. 8,000 net worth lead. But, honestly, I was aware of this in the game, right? Was playing the game. And I think to myself, dude, they're gonna fuck us up. Until I have my Desolator BKB and then the game is over. I'm just not worried, honestly. Because once I get those items, they'll just fall. They'll just drop like flies. They don't stand a chance against that power. The Phantom Assassin will simply be overwhelming in quite a massive extent. So we're gonna go ahead and just get ourselves that Desolator going on. Alright. That's the entire point at the moment. And you can see why the Vladimirs, I think, at this stage, right? The Vladimirs just simply allows me to keep farming, keep fighting. Like, it just doesn't... It just makes it so I never have to slow down. It's incredibly helpful to have that lifesteal. And ever since they removed half of the Dominator, there isn't really anything great in terms of, like, lifesteal options. Right? Like, that's the thing. Like, you can go... what's it called? Mask of Madness, I suppose. I don't like Mask of Madness on Phantom Assassin at all. She needs her spells. If she doesn't have her spells, she doesn't have any tools to actually hit people, right? Like, yes, attack speed is nice and all of that, but you gotta be able to hit people. Anyway, we go in right here. Invisibility. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I was waiting to see what was gonna happen there, and then all of a sudden the Luna disappears. It's kind of a little bit spooky, but with the Luna dead, with the Crystal Main dead, what do you do, my friends? You go fucking push. Alright, got some kills. Go take an objective. Like, seriously, that's the most important thing. Like, our enemy team, they be just killing us. They didn't actually ever go for any objectives. And so, now that we got ourselves some kills, well, let's go ahead and actually break down the tower. There's a Bat Rider, jump forward, wrong crit. And down he goes, easy peasy. The fish on top of that, the Dragon Knight with the quick initiation. And that should be a dead tower. And that should be a dead tower. There is another invisible sneak. We will not be able to get him, sadly. Would have really liked to, but well, what can you do? Go ahead, take ourselves a few more creeps. And then we see, oh shit. You guys are going in quite deep. Well, Bounty Hunter is gonna drop. We get that kill. I jump in on that Crystal Main, BKB it up. And not able to finish her. Not getting the crits I need, man. But I will be able to get the Ember Spirit. So that's the good news. Now I'm forced to retreat. And this is a problem, right? This is kind of scary. We have our Darkseer coming in so I can blink on him. And I do. I jump out immediately. Just run. Throw down a quick dagger to slow them down. Accidentally click on the ward. It slows me down just a tiny little bit. Wouldn't have mattered anyway, though. The Crystal Maiden has a blink dagger for some reason. Catches up to me. Easy peasy. I try to split up at this stage. I'm just like, okay, well, they are obviously gonna kill me, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that they don't take the Darkseer as well. Because I'm not gonna be able to outrun the Crystal Main with a blink dagger. that's just not gonna be enough. But I get myself the Desolator now, and at this stage I am happy. I'm happy. I got everything I needed. Right, this was my goal from the very beginning. And this is all I need. Now I'm thinking about like what's next, what could we go for next. Diffuser Blade, Manta are really the two things that spring to mind, right? Diffuser Blade is great against their team in general. They're pretty agile. Crystal Maiden has the, what's it called? Ghost Scepter. Alright, so with that, we just purged that off. We purge off the Ember Spirit's Flame Guard. Manta Star is great as well. They do have some stuff we really want to get rid of. Track. The Searing Chains, the Frostbite, right? That's all stuff that getting rid of it is quite worthwhile. In the meantime, Ember Spirit drops to Pugna, and I actually have no idea how that happened. I kind of wanna see. Let's just skip back. Oh, okay. I don't know, for some reason I thought that was a solo kill by the Pugna. But no, it wasn't. They just run him over. Even dropping that big Earthshaker ultimate. Easy kill, man. Easy life. Sick. Sick. And, well, Ember Spirit being down is, of course, nice. Now, a good thing in this game, the Ember Spirit, he doesn't actually have that much money. He's not doing that well, right? Like, I shut him down a little bit in that mid lane. And that's good news for us, right? That's definitely quite helpful. So, hey, Desolator ready. Desolator will destroy 4 out of their 5 heroes. The only hero that doesn't get absolutely murdered by it is the Luna. But that's fine. Don't need to kill everybody. Alright, like that's actually an important piece of advice I want to like give everybody. You don't need to kill everybody on your own. Like people always seem to think that if you carry, you need to be able to deal with everything on the enemy team. And I'm just like, but you have a team. Alright, you have 4 other players on your team. If there's somebody on your team that you just can't deal with, right? Leave it up to somebody else. If you can't deal with enough enemy heroes, where it's like not a problem, shit, then just do that. Right? I can kill 4 out of their 5 heroes. Super easily. Basically instantly. That seems good enough. I can leave the last hero to my team. Alright, that works. So we're gonna go ahead and start pushing. And at this point, we are looking nice and strong. And this is gonna be the first fight where we see the full potential of our hero. Go ahead and see they're going in, so I just activate our BKB. Jump in on the Luna. She's just kind of presenting herself to me, so we'll take it. We've got the Ghost Scepter coming out there. The dagger connects. A few more attacks down. Goes the Bat Rider. Crystal Maiden on the retreat. I do have a dagger ready, and I go on the Ember Spirit really quick. I need a crit. Of course, I don't get it. It's fine. Kill him anyway. But I do crit the Crystal Maiden. And she does not stand a chance. That poor lady just fucking drops dead. Absolutely no chance at survival for her. And with that, 4 of them are down. That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes, right? Like, have that plan, right? Like, know what you need. Know what you need. And so now we can go ahead and actually just straight up win the game. It sounds crazy, doesn't it? We were behind like 8k 2 minutes ago. And now we are just in a position to win. And that's all about, you know, like using team composition, finding what timing push works for your team, and then properly utilizing that. On top of having amazing pushing potential. Right? I mean, a Pugna, a Dragon Knight, and then a Desolator on the Phantom Assassin. We're pretty good at taking down buildings. And with that, our barracks dies, and we go home. I'm gonna get myself the Manta Style first. The Manta Style is just so I can get rid of, you know, that those searing chains, the flame guard, all of that annoying stuff. Don't really want to deal with that. Oh, you know what I'm actually looking forward to tomorrow? Game of Thrones. I'm like 3 episodes behind because I watched it with my friends, but we weren't able to watch together over the past 3 weeks or so. So I'm like super far behind. And tomorrow we're finally gonna play Pathfinder again and watch Game of Thrones. And I'm like, hell yeah! I can finally watch it. I don't even know what happened. Dude, I know that the dragon did some shit. That's all I know. But hey, that works for me, right? I'm always in favor of dragons doing some shit. Crazy that the bottom tier 1 is still alive. Look at that. We have barracks up top. And the bottom tier 1 is still standing. You know, that's how it can go at times, right? That's how silly it can be. And poor Crystal Maiden goes down. Crystal Maiden actually has quite a bit of money. I mean, she's got a blink dagger. That was really mind-blowing to me, you know? Like, when that happened in the game, when the fucking Crystal Maiden blinks on me, I'm like, what the fuck? Where did she get that? Where did she get that? Alright, we'll throw the dagger here. Easy life. There's an Ember Spirit down here. My respect for the Ember Spirit is non-existent. Especially now that I've got my Manta Style. I get grabbed though, and that's a little bit scary, but then I'm just like, yeah, let's fucking go. Okay, Manta Style, BKB, I'm not afraid. Why would I be? But then my team doesn't quite make it here in time. But then I'm just like, oh, Bat Rider. Okay. That's okay with me, man. I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. We get ourselves a quick kill, we get ourselves a tower. In the meantime, you know, my team gets themselves a little bit more even. Ember Spirit on the retreat. Seems he's gonna make it out. I get healed up by our Pugna. We're just kind of nice. It's not really necessary, but I'll take it. Finish up the bottom tier 2, and now we're just gonna go ahead and break down the barracks. Right, like that's the stage of the game we're at. Although, funnily enough, I've actually run out of ways to purge up that, what's it called? That Frostbite. Just go ahead and dagger up the Ember Spirit really quick, though. So, yeah. You can see sometimes it just takes a few items. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the barracks down here. Finish off the barracks in the mid lane. There's the Bounty Hunter. Take him down. Easy peasy. That's what I like about Phantom Assassin as a hero in general. I very much enjoy that this is a hero where you can, you know, you just kind of can go really, really aggressive if you want to. Right, you can go for an item that allows you to fight early, be useful early. And then later on, of course, you just go nutty because you're Phantom Assassin. I mean, that's what she does, right? She goes crazy on people. So with Mega Creeps available for our team, I mean, the game is clearly over. And this is kind of like what the graphs look like. I find them quite neat. That's a good graph, isn't it? That is a good graph. Yeah. I like that one. I like that one. That definitely works. There's our Crystal Main again. Throw out the dagger on her. I really shouldn't. I mean, I have no way to kill her. While she has the Ghost Scepter going on. I go for her again and it's just like, what the fuck? I thought I just like, didn't you just use that? And I crit her. And then it's just like, okay, well that works for me. That's okay. Yeah, I die here. Which is a little bit dumb. That is a little bit dumb. But hey, it doesn't really matter, right? We've got Mega Creeps at 34 minutes. They're not in a position to really fight. They're not really in a position to do much of anything. So, yeah. Ember Spirit also going for the Radiance. And this is really just, like, terrible from him. Shouldn't go Radiance here. I don't know. Like, I feel like... and this is such a big problem I have with, like, Dota players in general. They often so inflexible. Yeah, which is crazy to me, right? Like, you have an item of literally hundreds... not item. You have a game where you can make hundreds of different item builds. Right? And they will all work. But people are just stuck in the mentality, only this, only this, only this. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. Like, sometimes you just gotta change it up a little bit, no? I mean, where's the fun if you don't? No, well. Well, at this point, we're just kind of waiting for me to be back alive before we do our final push. I mean, they could probably go in right now and finish it, but there seems to be no reason to risk that. There seems to be no reason to risk that. I do pick up a Diffuser Blade, mostly just because I'm tired of that Crystal Main. I mean, come on, man. Stop being annoying. Stop being annoying. There's actually something I enjoyed about Heroes of Newerth. In the Heroes of Newerth pro scene, players would do crazy shit all the time. There was a Mirana in the game that went Battle Fury. I'm not even joking. There was like a professional top tier level Mirana player. You know? I went Battle Fury. Then after the game, he was asked, like, why did you go Battle Fury? And he's like, well, I needed regen and a little bit of damage. And I was just like, yeah, but you don't have the cleave. And he's like, yeah, but I didn't need the cleave. And I'm like, well, that kind of makes sense, I guess, right? Like, I don't necessarily agree with it, but at least you tried something else. Right? Like, I can get behind that. Do I agree with it? No. No. But, hey, whatever. Good shit, man. And it did work. Like, that's the worst part. It did actually succeed in winning them the game. It really did. Like, that Mirana Battle Fury ended up working out pretty well for them. Anyway. We're gonna go ahead and just finish off the Ancient right here. There's, of course, not much they can do at this point. And that should be it for today. Hope you guys don't mind it being a replay commentary. I thought this was a cool game. And it was also really the only way I could do that intro, which is mostly why I wanted to do a replay commentary today. Anyway, so we've got the scoreboard here, right? The graph. I mean, this is really the good shit. This is the good shit. This is what we are looking for. I mean, if your graph looks like this, then I really feel like you have accomplished something. That is... oh, nice. And then, of course, you know, the Phantom Assassin leading the net worth for the entire game is also quite good shit. Alright, we can all get behind that. So on that note, let me go ahead and just do the giveaway for today. And then that's it for today, yeah. Yeah, so today's winner of the giveaway gets what? Let's go ahead and just scroll all the way down here. What about this? Yeah, let's just do this. I don't even know what it is. Inscribed fashion. Holy shit. Is it literally just a bit of hair? Well, fuck it. Have the hair. Aloha. You win. If you want that, feel free to send me a message. You can claim your hair. Anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a rating on the video. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.